Hey there. First repair that I'm working on officially is Gordon Car Care. It's a friend's car that's a 2010 Dodge Charger with the 3.5. The car was brought over because it was a stall out and it was running very rough. When I got the car, it had a knocking noise while it was cold. So, since I also own a Dodge Magnum that has the same motor, it's quite infamous for these cams to run the lobes down. And this is also a problem on the Hemis. And it can cause misfire codes. This car had a couple misfires, but right away I noticed that we had a massive coolant leak going on, and the bottle is very low. Like the max fill line is right there. So, looking at everything, you can see like down in here where it's kind of hard to see on this cylinder. It's a little bit better back here, but you can see this little piece down in here that's sticking out. That's the intake manifold gasket itself. And as you can see, all these runners are wet. So this has been eating its own fluid for a while. So with the knocking noise, I had talked to my friend and said, hey, let's get the rocker boxes out and the cam covers off so I can investigate this knocking noise, because this lobe in my car had severely worn until it shotgunned through the head right here, through the water jacket. So I wanted to make sure that the rockers were good, they functioned like they should. In the process of the teardown, someone in the past, don't know who, but before they own this car, this is all RTV. This is an excessive amount, like all across here. And the gasket for this valve cover does not require RTV. Like, we'll go over here, and this is the underside of the valve cover, you know, where it's goobered like this. And this style gasket does not require this. So excessive RTV in almost all cases can cause the pickup tube to get clogged and an oil starvation, which can lead to major engine failure. Unfortunately for this car, that's the case. You know, we come back over here, we look at the cams. You know, all the lobes look pretty good. You've got like a little bit of wear on this one. Nothing out of the normal. The spec for this cam of maximum wear is 10 thousandths. You know, and you see these normal like kind of wear marks through here. Nothing crazy. We go back over here to the bench. And like, this is the driver's side rocker box, flipped upside down. You know, you would inspect that all these are rolling as they should be, because they will flat spot when they go bad. You know, every single one of them rolls good. The oil change is a little more recent, but you can still see the oil's quite a mess. You know, going through this one from the passenger side, you know, all the rollers function as they should. So everything here on the rockers is good to go. There's no issue on the rockers, there's no issue in the cams. So unfortunately, the knocking is in the bottom end, which means this engine is going to go at some point. So the customers decided, let's take care of the manifold leak, let's take care of, you know, the mess with the valve cover gasket, get this all put back together. You know, new spark plugs, call it good. So you come over here, a pretty cool little tester off of Amazon. You know, not very expensive, maybe 30 bucks. And you can turn this on and go from 500 RPM simulated all the way up to 6,000. And when I kick this on at first, you notice how the right side comes on a whole lot stronger than the left? And, you know, I'm right there in the neighborhood of idle. And now the left comes up better, but the right is still much brighter. Turn it up more. That left one all across the spectrum, you know, we're all the way up here to 6,000 RPM simulated. Look at how it's cutting out. Yeah, these spark plugs are toast. So, replacing the plugs, replacing the valve cover gaskets, replacing the intake gasket, plenum gasket. You know, another issue that was noted was, look at this EGR tube and how clogged up that is. And it's also got RTV all over it. So this is what happens when something's not treated very well. I don't mean to speak badly of anyone, it's just that's the honest truth. You know, you've got this RTV all over in here. Like, look at this excessive amount right here. That's going to clog an oil galley at some point, or that's going to make its way down into the bottom of the motor, because that nice big hole right there, that goes straight down to the pan. Without dropping this, look, that fits right in there. So this big chunk can make it all the way down into the oil pan. And this was not done by the customer. It was not done by anyone related to the customer. It was before they purchased this car. So please do not use excessive RTV if you're going to attempt something on your own. All right. Check you later.